You are fine, no? You are fine, but you go to a checkup, you come out as a patient. See, we have changed the definition of health now. We, in the sense, we have a group of scientists, we call ourselves the World Academy of Authentic Healing Sciences. We are 15 years old, and except me, I'm a villager, the 14 of them are who is who in the world of science. 4 of them are Nobel laureates, and they're very influential people. And we have had a decision to say we must change the definition of health as absence of mental, physical, psychological, spiritual, etc., death. And this is the definition of Alma Alta is a business thing. Because I tell you what, absence of disease. Now for that we have created a business called CHECKUP. CHECKUP. You are fine, no? You are fine, but you go to a checkup, you come out as a patient. I'll tell you why. It is very simple. Don't laugh. I'm serious about it. Very serious. Because today you have a TBS, total body scanner, which scans 500 parameters of your body. Okay. Now a little statistics, even a child knows that what are we doing in medicine for the human body? We say your normal blood pressure. What is normal? What is your normal blood pressure is not what my normal blood pressure. Mahatma Gandhi's blood pressure is 210 by 120 all the time. And Sushila Nair was not getting sleep. Mahatma Gandhi was getting good sleep. And the old man died of a complication of hypertension, brain death, heart disease, and this and that. Unfortunately, Godse helped him not to suffer from any one of that. So we must thank Godse for that. See, what is happening here is, I have a friend of mine who started NIMHANS as the first founder director, R.V. Verma. R.N. Verma is now 89, 91. This man has been seeing me for the last 45 years saying that his blood pressure is 90 by 40. I told him, why are you worried? Brian Bach's blood pressure is 60 by 40. And he is the strongest man in the world. So what is the problem? He said, see, with the doctors always tell you something to boost the blood pressure. I said, If at 92 years he says, this man kept me alive for 45 years. I said, I didn't keep alive that man. So you will never die. You can't die. So your blood pressure is what is your blood pressure. So what is the textbook's blood pressure? It's called the average, statistical average. You check, our friend knows, all chartered accountants understand, actuaries understand that. You take 1,000 people, check their blood pressure, and no blood pressure can be checked correctly by a human being because the very physics of blood pressure is wrong. I won't go into that because it will confuse you. Come back to this. Now what has happened is, you check 1,000, plot it on a XY graph. Correct me if I'm mistaken. Then you have a Gaussian curve called the bell-shaped curve, right? Yes. Then you say mean, plus 2 standard deviation. Now that comes to whatever. Now I'll give you an example. What is the normal height of an Indian male? Gaussian curve, 5.4, 2 plus this side, that side. 5.2 plus 5.6, you're normal. Okay? Right? Amitabh Bachchan comes for a checkup. 6.2. Our treatment is cut his legs to make him 5.6. अरे वो तो हम करते हैं ना, शुगर को क्या करते हैं, ब्लड प्रेशर को क्या करते हैं, वही करते हैं. Then next day Jaya Bachchan comes for a checkup. She is 4.6. Transplant that leg to her. Day in and day out we doctors are doing this, trying to correct the statistical average, which we tell the common man as normal. So average becomes a normal. There will be what are called false positives. For every parameter, the false positive is 5%. Right, sir? Yes. Now calculate, I'm telling you. When you check 500 parameters, what is the false positive? 2,500. So 100 people go for a checkup, 2,500 patients come out. Isn't that a good business? So there was this professor of medicine in America, her name is Leon Eisenberg, and this girl was 52 years old and she was a very brilliant professor and she was worried about what she was teaching. One day she asked the brightest class boy who passed out, came to her, she said, who is a patient, she asked. She was expecting a very esoteric answer. The boy very simply said, a man or a woman who sees a doctor becomes a patient. She had a shock of her life. She said, then when does he become a man or a woman again? The student thought for a while and said, rarely ever, madam, if ever, full stop. This girl resigned her job as professor of medicine at the age of 52 because she said everything is wrong about medicine. And she sat the MCAT test. MCAT is CET, GET, whatever he has, and got a good grade, joined the medical school. That medical school, a student again, went through 4 years and came out and said, everything that we teach is wrong. Did you get it? You haven't got it because it's not publicized. That article is suppressed.